Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the Sulfur Case. Last time a train came and we got, I guess I'm on the train now? It's not very well conveyed, but yeah. We finally got on the train at the end of last video. I don't even know where I'm going or like who I'm meeting. It was very ambiguous, but like, no, I guess I'm taking a seat and just gonna stare at this wall for like an hour. Nothing we'll see out the window, I guess. Are they gonna cut to someone else while I'm just on a train? No? I mean, they're cutting to the end of the train ride, I guess. Hopefully. Or at least to the next interesting part of it. Hachisuka Park. That's named after something, but is that the one character's name, Hachisuka? The, like, scary woman? I think so. I'm thinking it's named after her. Probably not, but still, I don't know what else to, like, comment on. There's that weird, like, fake Space Needle thing in the background we're going to. That's pretty cool. Train dog? What? What's train dogs? Is that like a railway terminology? I don't know anything about trains, so I wouldn't know, but it seems like a weirdly funny name. Also, all these cutscenes, I know I commented on this last time, but I feel like this cutscene's like weirdly long, given it's just like abstract CGI machinery. Like, nothing plot important is being developed by having like 20 different camera shots of the train as it moves through this place. Like, I don't... That's one thing I'm not really big on. Like, I feel like scenes like this are a bit longer than they need to be. Like, it's gonna rotate. Yeah, it's one of these things. That's cool, I guess. I don't know why I needed to know that, but I'm pretty sure that's the thing that happens. They have, like, giant turntables for trains. Is that a thing? I thought they normally just use, like, switches and that. Like, have branching routes. And now the train's gonna move. But is that what a train dog is? Like, that would make sense, but I'm not gonna look it up. For the sake of... I don't know, for the sake of what? This whole... we're just gonna watch... This whole episode's just gonna be like a 15-minute long cutscene of a train moving through various areas. We're in the mass production center, I guess. No, we gotta see the train, watch the train pull into the station. That's important. We can't just show the platform, I don't know what you call that, show the platform and just have it implied that we came, that's where the train ended up. We gotta like show the train pulling into the station in very show how slow, how long it takes for it to stop. That's important. The plot won't make sense if you don't know that the train took like that long to stop at the station. Yeah, this is my stop, I guess. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going, but like, okay, I'm in control again. I can't go back even though there's a triangle there. I can go forward in the train. Is there any point to that? Literally no. Oh, what is this? Oh, it is Hachisuka. Maybe it is named after her. What? Don't make such a strange face. Why am I here? I bet you're surprised, right? I'm here to get rid of the humans that are in the way. Wolfgun, are you going to get in the way? If so, I guess I'll have to get rid of you, but I don't think I'm gonna get in the way. But killing humans who don't die isn't much fun. You know what I mean, right? You don't understand? Because Kamui isn't really dead in that sense, right? It's fine, don't worry about it. Anyway, have you seen Kusabi? You have to kill that guy. I thought I saw him get on the train earlier, so I was going to ambush him here, but then I would have shot you, Buffgun. Now it's very dangerous. Are you here to turn people into murderers? What am I saying? We're already murderers, aren't we? But I really did love Morikawa. Go ahead, shoot. Is that me? Is that what's... Okay, actually I'm kind of lost here in what's happening. I do appreciate that. Oh, it's Sakura. Oh, she tailed me and she shot him. Okay, I didn't that's what I was saying before. It's hard recognizing people's sprites. That makes sense. I came after you because I was worried. Let's go, Wolfgun. Okay, well, why was Hachisuka acting like that? Also, maybe the park was named after her now. But did she lure me there to kill me? She sent the email? Is that what's happening? No. We know that the guy who runs the weird shop sent the email. Oh, what's this now? To be called on by such an unusual person. The situation must have taken a turn for the better. I'd be happy if it were some reward or something, but anyways, how goes it? Mad nobleman. Murachika Nakatagawa of the Frontier faction. You know your stuff. It'll shorten your lifespan, you know. Yeah, it's that guy. So he's from the Frontier faction? Once you know too much. All knowing a lot is how I pay the rent. Besides, people are the ones who feed off of hair scandals and rumors, not rooters. No matter their age or sex. I'm not wrong, am I? You're not even close to being useful. Depending on what happens today, I may dispose of you. Understand? No sense of excitement, huh? If you tell me that from the get-go, then it's just no fun, is it? I've never been one for melodrama. Let's just hurry this up. Talk or die. Pick one. You're TRO, right? Was I? Maybe. Wait a sec. Just kidding, just kidding. Where did Kusabi and the rest go? I know you know. I think they went to your guy's hideout. That familiar place where 20 years were spent in silence. But why did Kusabi know about Morikawa, was it? The guy who went off ahead? Morikawa. Thanks. No, now I guess I can go, huh? That won't work. I thought so. In most cases, I'd be killed. Yes. Can you pull the trigger? Don't worry. You're my 21st. You keep count? I'm very methodical. That's something to say about yourself. Show off your strong points. That's the key to success. Just like everyone says, quite the eccentric. Never want to hear that from you, a creep who feeds on the lives of young women. You talking to yourself or to me? Ayame Maspro stole those girls' future away from her. An enemy of women is also my enemy. Well, glad to see he's a feminist, given... Well, it's making the same joke. Alright, so you're a feminist. I'm the secretary for the International Feminist Confederation. What is happening? Why is this? What? Seriously? Either way, I cannot forgive you for that. I'm thinking that was a joke, but it's such a weird, line, even, in context. I picked the wrong target, huh? In this case, there is no TRO, CCO, or FSO. There was no border between the adversaries and allies 20 years ago. You could call it an illusion. Things like factions have no specific shape. You just buy a person's will with money. The revolutionary patriots that came before us are just old men now. These old men feed on empty theories. We're losing pieces to this game. And that is why we should take away their wealth. What are you saying? There's a traitor? That's why Ayame knew. You still don't get it. There are no traitors. Then, Ayame Maspero, codename Elbow, not a very dignified codename. I saw the draft, and I signed it. Can't be. I told you before, you're quite slow on the uptake, aren't you? There is no TROs, no CCO, and no FSO. From the very beginning, there were no factions. It's all part of one big group. If you hadn't planned Project Elbow, there would have been nothing to carry out. And that is what pisses me off. You're behind it all. Me? I'm just another pawn. Someone else is at the top. Then who is it? I'm tired of talking. Do you have any last words? I was Kamui's... Oh. Well, that's exciting. It's too late. Is all this idiot's story true? Chief. Most of it, probably. These people only know your face and the leader's face. They're just fighting without knowing who is pulling all the strings. This is Mikashina. I don't know who that is. That's a new character, I guess. But in the file, the tech faction and civic faction. Don't fall for what you see in a file. Formal records and official announcements, they're all one big trick. Forgeries and fake evidence are par for the course. So now what? These guys are just... they're worker bees. The type of people that can't continue living without someone to fight against. Chief, what do we do next? You're going after the silver case, right? No one cares for your opinion on this, so don't do anything stupid. Let me handle it. Next is Kusabi, right? Right? He's connected to the silver case, isn't he? Who else is there? Shut up, kid. Alright, well, so... Tetsu, I'm leaving it up to you. Alright, so... let's move in. A lot is happening all of a sudden. So that guy... he's not with... the guy on the bench, he's not with any of the factions, is he? And he's like trying to kill off everyone involved in the silver case for some reason, and also he's kind of allies with Tetsu, it seems. We still got a couple minutes, so we may as well just hallway here. 20 years ago, human testing projects took place in the sheltered environment here. The government created the new International Environment Agency as a scapegoat. When part of that generation raised the flag to the cultivation of the new human. The International Environment Agency, to most they seem to be working for the protection of nature and the environment, but they were also working to improve the human condition. That is to say, they wanted to improve the lives of those living in the wards. But below the surface, they were removing ward residents who were deemed unsuitable. After checking for ward residents with a high propensity for criminal behavior, they would turn these people into data, search them out, and slowly take over. This unbelievable plan was executed over the course of 20 years. Those living within the 24 wards right now are its most suitable residents. And the instrument necessary to the prevention of crime in the 24 wards is the Heinous Crimes Unit, not the Anus Crimes Unit. That's a different organization. You will remember. The Special Forces Unit my father supervised was another part. I was also part of that too, I think. The goal of this agency was to dispose of negative elements in an experiment that was used to assert absolute control of the 24 wards. And they were not only involved in elimination, they had a hand in raising and educating kids. And that was the Shelter Kids policy. The location we're heading to now is ground zero for this entire operation. This is where most of the children live until they're released out into society. In the last 4 years of this plan, 1,440 children have been released out into various ways of life. That's an important number. Isn't that used by, like, Aristotle or something, 1440? They lead normal lives while being controlled. They live at the central organization while being controlled. They use as samples and they go from being controlled to being set free where they control their lives on their own. Was I part of one of those? That could be possible. For some of them, their names are erased and they're assigned to special forces. They're placed under control of the central PD. All memories of the past are erased. It's different than the goal for Kamui. These samples are for the research and development of criminal power. It's a tragedy. To control life like that, making Kamui believe he has something to live for when actually there's nothing. Like, there's gotta be some twist regarding me in this kind of game, right? That's you. Oh, well, they're gonna say right now. Wolfgun. Yeah. Yeah, I literally just called it. Am I supposed to be like the next Kamui is my goal? You're a human that's been manufactured. I mean, Kamui doesn't exist within the realities of the residents. He's a manufactured human, like yourself. To be more precise, you are Kamui too. Yeah, I'm literally calling it. The stock for Kamui are the shelter kids. Even if Kamui is destroyed, Kamui's life isn't over. There are plenty left to inherit his legacy. Even if all the stock is destroyed, Kamui won't disappear. If the next generation of stock is reborn, then Kamui will be reborn. Not only Kamui. There's another policy in effect. Kamui is the male stock unit. Ayame? It's not gonna be you. It's gotta be Ayame, right? There's a female unit that exists as well. Ayame Maspro, yeah. That's right. The Ayame serial murderer that confined Kamui is Ayame. That girl is a sample Ayame. There's a stock of 1,440 girls. The 3 women she killed were also Ayame. The Chizuru who I killed was also Ayame. She was a sacrifice of her father, Mayor Hachisuka, and was the first subject of this experiment. And I too am also. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's Christmas all of a sudden. Those look like, what are those buildings called? I think they're Ukrainian, like traditional buildings. Have that kind of shape. It's a cool design. I don't know why it's called bowling, but this is a pretty environment, I will say. This is our hometown. We don't have memories of this place, but we spent about 4 years living here. 4 years after you guys were sent out as the Kamui generation, the Ayame generation was sent in here. My father told me I will likely be killed by someone raised here. It seems that my father wanted to be killed by Ayame, and so that's how things became what they are. The top of the shelter is a TV tower. It overlooks all the 24 boards. It's a tough tower. The ones with all the power created as a symbol of control. If you open that path, then this shelter is the key. It's like a video game, you know? In some ways it does resemble a game, by bearing the responsibilities for such an unnatural upbringing, that itself becomes a game. From here on, please continue alone, Kamui. She's just calling me Kamui now. Okay. Well, I mean, this certainly was an interesting episode. A lot of, plot twists. I mean, it is kind of predictable to some degree, but it's still, you know, it's cool to see stories like this. It's cool to, like, contrast this mentally, too. I've started comparing it now that the plot is really going into high gear with, Scar the Doll. It seems kind of like a good... Those themes of, like, cloning and, like, brainwashing someone being born as a clone and, like, brainwashed and serving some purpose seems to be, like, a common theme. There's probably some, like, societal commentary to go with that, you know?